Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about an update on our work to make Doordash even more transparent and affordable. So Doordash has released a interesting puff piece on the idea of making Doordash transparent and affordable, which we know that's not going to be the case. In fact, I got an email from one of my subscribers about it. We're going to go over that as well. About making Doordash more transparent and affordable is nonsense entirely. So with that said, I want to go over everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers and customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Doordash has become an essential, even daily habit for so many people across the country, helping them save their precious time and money. Whether it is a weeknight family meal, groceries for an elderly person, or a meal and medicine for a sick friend. Okay, I totally get the prospect of saving time, but saving money? It's a luxury service. You are paying pretty much 2.5 times the value, 9 times out of 10, 3 times the value for the same thing simply because you can't afford to get things done yourself. Either way, that is just a political statement overall, so it's not too surprising. We want to be affordable and accessible for all Americans, and with the cost of living still painfully high, this goal remains as important and urgent as ever. A recent survey from Gallup found that close to 2/3 of U.S. adults say recent price increases have caused financial hardship for their families. Yeah, that's about right. But Doordash is not the way to do it. You don't ask a luxury service to start accommodating for people who can't actually afford it. You tell people to learn fiscal responsibility and not pay for these luxury things and start working on making more money. Start working on developing a budget or some sort of financial plan, whether it's a rigid budget style or otherwise, and stop trying to cater to the people who can't actually afford new services right now. Oh, but you would prefer to siphon even more money from these people who can't really afford you to begin with to make it harder for not only the customers you currently work with, but the drivers who are trying to make a living from the work on Doordash? That's what I thought. A key part of accessibility is being open and upfront with customers about what fees they will pay. We're proud to be an industry leader on fee transparency and believe by empowering consumers with information, they can make the best choices about how to spend and budget their money. On Doordash, you'll always see what you pay, including any and all fees before you ever check out. Oh, that was hard to read with a straight face. Holy crap. Oh my god. That was just legendary political nonsense. Here, let me fix that really quick.
A key part of accessibility is by being totally upfront and open on exactly how we're siphoning money from you with as many junk fees as possible and making it sound like transparency, even though in reality it's just total epic nonsense. We are proud to lie about transparency and pretending as if we're gonna do the right thing, even though it's really for us to take your money, right? And to give you the illusion of empowerment with the information that is so ambiguous that you couldn't really understand what you're paying for anyway. On Doordash, you'll always see exactly how much we're sucking out of you.
Yeah, that's about right. Last year, we announced actions we were taking to make our platform even more affordable and transparent by including additional in-app fee explainers and rolling back dozens of regulatory response fees. In addition, with $0 delivery fees and reduced service fees on eligible orders, our Dash Pass subscription has collectively saved members over $10 billion globally since 2018. And yet, it has been proven time and time again through class action lawsuits that you have been charging them even more to make up for the inevitable loss that Dash Pass incurs upon the customers because of just the nature of who you are. Like, they were sued for billions of dollars because it has been proven that people on iPhones and people who have a Dash Pass were getting charged more because of just the nature of DoorDash specifically. Today, we're providing an update on our work to ease the cost of living for consumers and further help ensure DoorDash remains affordable and accessible for all. Oh, this should be good. Continuing to lower DoorDash fees. There are over 18 million consumers who are Dash Pass or Wolt members paying $0 delivery fees and reduced service fees for Dash Pass members on eligible orders. Additionally, over the past 2 years, DoorDash has reduced fees for consumers who are not only Dash Pass members by 12%, reflecting our efforts to continue making our platform more affordable to all. This represents significant savings for consumers at a time when prices across the wider economy were steadily rising. So on a service where you're paying that much more for delivery, like almost 3 times the value for delivery, now you're only paying twice as much, give or take. Yeah, that's great. Broadening access with SNAP and EBT payments in 2023. We are proud to continue to broaden food access to more than 11 million people who are living in the USDA-defined food deserts. As part of this work, DoorDash began accepting SNAP EBT payments with multiple grocery store partners, with more than 4,000 locations nationwide last year. Since launching last year, over 1 in 10 SNAP deliveries on DoorDash made to consumers living in food deserts, and 47% of SNAP deliveries on DoorDash have been made to consumers living in low-income communities. Consumers can also use their HSA and FSA funds to pay for over 30,000 HSA/FSA eligible products on DoorDash, including select over-the-counter medicine, first aid supplies, and other health essentials. And for us drivers, just so you know, they can't tip us with SNAP benefits. So we're basically doing charity work with that, assuming that they're paying us properly at all. Testing more features to help consumers save. While we already clearly display our fees and what customers will pay before they check out, we're constantly exploring ways to be more transparent and help consumers save. We're currently testing different ways to further lower fees and highlight affordable options on our platform. As with all pilots, we will closely consider the results before making any decisions about whether to roll the features out. So in other words, an empty promise, or they haven't found another way to really siphon more money from customers and pay us less without triggering more labor relations issues, which has been a nightmare and a half for the gig economy as a whole. So it is what it is. DoorDash is proud to serve Americans of all backgrounds and walks of life, and will continue to look for additional ways to help ensure we remain affordable and accessible for all.
We'll continue to look for more ways to siphon money from your bank accounts and make it look like we're good guys.
There, that's better. Now, BC also made a few comments in his separate email. BC, thank you so much for this email on this and making this portion of the video possible. Disturbing DoorDash propaganda. I recently read this propaganda in the DoorDash website that concerned me. They are marketing a luxury service as a means for low-income households to spend their SNAP benefits on an expensive service. They don't say that the items may cost more when ordered in the app, since DoorDash charges a commission fee up to 30% that could be passed on to consumers through higher prices or fees. DoorDash also admits it wants to roll back regulatory response fees that it may charge when a local or state regulation leads to increased operating costs. Dashers need to realize they are subsidizing deliveries through low or even no base pay and no tip orders. And keep in mind, for us as gig workers, if the order doesn't make sense, you shouldn't take it. Now, that also said, said, if you're in a place like New York City and the amount you're going to be paid for the work that you're doing can't be tipped, everything is going to be hourly pay, and things like that are going to be a major factor, it really doesn't make a difference for you. But at the same time, you better be sure that you're being paid for that work. So you got to be on top of the subsidies that should be coming in on a weekly basis, because you aren't in the gig economy to work for free. Free delivery is a very popular promotion, and DoorDash likes to sell the illusion of free delivery. Dashers must understand that the delivery fee you collect for the delivery, also known as base pay, is the cost that has been trending down for a long time. In some cases, it has reached that $0 delivery fee or base pay mentioned in the article. Of course, the article never mentions anything about tipping or a delivery bid. Unfortunately, tipping shifts the delivery cost squarely on the customer and cannot be paid with Snap. How transparent is that? It sounds like a DoorDash level of transparency. DoorDash doesn't tell you the whole truth. They tell you enough of a truth to make it look like they're good, when in reality, they're a piece of crap company, and they always have been, they always will be. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I think DoorDash has been in serious hot water with a lot of local government and the federal government. And they're trying to make puff pieces like this to make it look like they're trying to do the right thing by gig workers, when in reality, they're only trying to do the right thing by themselves by increasing their customer base and sell an image rather than show the full picture. We're not going to get tipped for any order that is ordered through Snap or EBT benefits, because they literally cannot. Unless they hand you cash afterward, then I guess they can, but in reality, that's not happening. And you can't depend on that either. DoorDash has, and always will be a luxury service. The problem is the amount of people that can actually afford a luxury service are kind of dwindling, and the people that currently are operating this luxury service are the people that have earned a bad reputation. Not because they are doing anything bad, but because other people in the industry have done bad things, and of course, media is all over it. That's why gig workers have earned a bad name, because all the heat ends up on us anyway. There are some good people that understand that it's not the gig workers' fault, and then there are other people that are like, wow, these gig workers are horrible people, and obviously they're the worst thing ever. All in all, never believe DoorDash when they say they're going to be more transparent, because in reality, no, they're not. They're only doing what they want for themselves, not you, the driver. Because literally not a single thing in here has been a positive result for gig workers as a whole. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!